Mute everybody. I'm going to mute everyone now so that I'm not hearing all the background noise. Okay. All right, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. So this is a gentle class. So for those of you who are just joining, if you didn't hear me mention, it's a nice option to have blankets and pillows close by, yoga blocks if you have them at home, although they're not necessary. And I'll talk you through some ways that you might want to use them in the class. So we'll get started in a comfortable resting position. So for most people, that's usually on your back, although you could be seated if that's better for you, or you could be lying down on your side. If you're lying on your back, you might want to slide one of those pillows or blankets underneath of the knees. It's a nice support for the low back. Even if you're practicing at home, you could put your feet up onto a chair with the knees bent. But just take a few minutes to allow yourself to find a comfortable resting space. Make those wiggles and adjustments, moving the body until you can find that spot of being able to settle in. And once you found your comfortable resting position, let's take a deep cleansing breath. So big inhale comes in through the nose. And then open the mouth and let it go. And with that exhale, feeling the body melting down, releasing, relaxing. And maybe close the eyes if you haven't already. Tune into the sounds. And start to slow down your breathing. Allowing for a gentle rise and fall of the body as it moves with the breath. Bringing your awareness to your breath as you notice it gently entering and leaving the body. With your attention on your breath, see if you can release a tiny bit deeper with every exhale. As you release the air, also release tension you're holding in the body. Release the thoughts that are in the mind. Release any gripping. Allow yourself to settle in and find rest. And as you continue to tune into your breathing, see if you can let the breath be a tiny bit longer with every round. Still keeping the breath gentle, but finding some length. Letting those gentle inhales and exhales roll in and out of the body like a soft wave. And then little by little, allowing that breath to grow a tiny bit deeper with every inhale and exhale. Start to feel the breath moving more deeply in and out of the body, maybe expanding to some deeper places. Allowing the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest to expand a little bit higher with every breath. Until you find yourself in this place of spacious breathing. Letting this simple tool of the breath create some space in your body. And then as you find this bigger breathing, start to slowly come into a stretch. So straightening the legs if they're not already, reaching the arms up and overhead. Taking a deep stretch through the sides, reaching out the fingers and the toes. And then slowly start to bend the knees, bringing the knees in towards the chest. I think everyone is on their back, but if you're not, go ahead and make your way there now. And as you hug the knees into the chest, let the tailbone rest heavy as you take some gentle rocking side to side. And then keeping the hands on the knees, roll all the way over onto your right side. So like you're curled up in a ball, resting on your right side. And then reach both arms out in front of the body, resting them on the ground. So the right arm is on the ground, the left hand is resting on top of the right. We're going to ease into this twist. So start to slide the left hand across the arm, up to the shoulder, across the chest, and allow it to open out behind you. And then you're going to bend that left elbow again as it reaches for the left shoulder, glides across the chest, all the way down to the right fingertips. So just find this gentle movement a few times. It's like you're unfurling like those first plants of spring as you ease yourself into this twist of the spine. See if you can let the movement pair with your breath. When the hands meet each other, you can even roll onto the forehead to get a stretch in the neck. And then the next time the left arm is opening out behind you, pause there. Let the left shoulder melt down as you relax in this twist. If you need some extra support, you can slide a blanket under the knees, between the knees, or under that left shoulder. And take some long breaths here, letting the rest of the body rest. You breathe into the twist. And let's take a cleansing breath here. Full inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. And then bend the elbow, left side once more. Take it to the shoulder, slide it across the chest, find the right hand. And then take the hands to the knees. Bring yourself back up through center. Pause in center. You may need to adjust to come back to your mat. Maybe rock side to side a little to reset. And then we'll do it on the other side. Roll all the way onto the left, keeping the knees hugged in. And then rest the arms out in front of you. The left arm is on the ground, the right is on top. And then you're gonna take that same motion with the right hand. Slide the right hand across the left arm, across the chest, opening out behind you. And then when you're ready, bend the elbow, bring it back to its starting place. And again, take it a few times, sliding open into your twist at your own pace. And then when you feel ready, when that arm opens out behind you, pause in your twist on the other side. You may feel different on this side, so you may need more or less support. So again, you can slide a blanket, a pillow between the knees, under the knees, to support that open shoulder. Relax the face, relax the hips, relax the shoulders. Allow the breath to move softly up and down the length of your spine. And stay in this twist. Let's take another cleansing breath. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Good, and gently bring that right hand back across the body. And then take the hands to the knees and find your way through center once more. Any adjustments you need to come back, take a little rocking, maybe a happy baby if you want to grab the bottoms of the feet or behind the knees, rock back and forth. And then keeping the knees bent, lower the feet down to the mat. And step the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Let the knees fall together. So we're resting here. Feet are to the outer edges of the mat. The knees are dropping together. The hands can rest on the belly. And we'll just take a few breaths to let the low back reset. Long, steady inhales and exhales. Allow the belly to inflate and deflate as the full back rests heavy. And then slowly separate the knees, keeping the feet on the outer edges of the mat, and let the knees drop from one side to the other. This might be a slow movement. It might be a faster movement. Just move in the way that feels good for your body today. And pause in any spots that feel particularly good. And then when you're ready, roll over onto one side. And take your time to press up to seated. There's no rush. So come to your comfortable seats. You can have the legs crossed, or you can sit back on the heels if that's preferable. You can also sit on top of one of your blankets. That helps to elevate the hips. Come into a long spine, and let's close the eyes here for a moment as you settle into this new shape. Finding some fullness of the breath. As you tune into your breath here, start to exaggerate the movement a little bit as you inhale, filling up the air into the chest. Let the shoulders start to creep up towards the ears. And as you exhale, release the air. Let the shoulders draw down the back. Do that a few times, inhaling, lifting the shoulders up, and exhaling, relaxing them down. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Good. Let the shoulders continue to roll down the back here. And blink the eyes open if they're closed. We'll come into some seated cat-cow so the hands can stay on the knees. And as you inhale, keep the shoulders down, but lift the chest, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, round the spine, dropping the chin. And again, inhale as you find your lift. And exhale, round the spine. One more time like that. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Come back up through neutral. Take the right hand down by your side. Reach the left arm up and over. Into a side stretch. So really keep that left hip down, maybe even press the rib cage open. Breathe. And then bring yourself back up through center. Just going to keep tilting over to the other side. Same thing, the right hip roots down. Feel the expansion in the right rib cage. And then back up through center. Release both hands down by your sides. Take the right arm across the chest. Use the left hand to give a gentle pull. Again, if you feel the shoulders reaching up towards the ears, then think about that movement of drawing them down and back. Keeping the spine long. And then with that right hand, make a gentle fist and circle the wrists a few times. Take it in both directions. And then slowly release both hands down. Take a little pause. And then the left arm comes across the chest. Use your right hand to guide it. Drop the shoulders down. Breathe. And again, a gentle fist with the left hand this time. Circle the wrists. Other direction. And gently release both hands down to your lap. A pause. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then with the spine tall, just the chin down towards the chest this time. Start to feel the length in the back of the neck and let the breath grow deeper here. So maybe you feel the breath coming up into the upper back, into the shoulders. And again, feel that release as you exhale, taking a few breaths here. And then at your own pace, start to roll the head from one side to the other. And again, there's no rush, so if you feel some tension or tightness in some place, hang out there, breathe there, make some space. And make your way back through center, lift the head to neutral. And let's unwind the legs. Lean back on the hands, take the feet to the mat. Just like when you're on your back, let the knees fall from one side to the other. Here you can get a little more movement in the spine by twisting the body in the opposite direction. And then let's start to make your way into child's pose. So for your child's pose, the knees can be wide or they can be closer together. It's going to be a preference. Let the hips sink heavy. If the hips don't reach the heels, you can slide a pillow or a blanket under there. And same thing if the forehead doesn't reach the floor, slide a prop underneath or your hands underneath to give yourself some support. Once you've settled into your child's pose, tune into your breath again. Notice how you can feel the breath differently when you're taking these different shapes of the body. And it's this idea to use the breath to make space. And then slowly come up to a tabletop. Hands and knees. Bringing the hips over the knees and the shoulders under the hands. Spread the fingers out wide. Finding a neutral spine. And then as you take a breath in, let the belly drop down as you lift the chest. And then exhale, send the spine towards the sky, drop the chin under. Do that again. Inhale, coming into your cow pose, lifting the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine to your cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come back through a neutral spine. Step the right leg behind you. Press the toes to the floor. A little rocking on the ball of the foot. So engage your core muscles. Take the weight out of the wrists. And then step the right leg behind the left leg for that side stretch. Press into the rib cage, look towards the toes. Good, the right leg comes back behind you and then swing it all the way around to the right. Planting your foot on the floor. Keep the left hand planted down. Reach the right arm open towards the sky. Good, and then both hands down. Take the right leg back into tabletop. From here, start to shift the hips from one side to the other as you look towards the toes. Come back through center and sit back towards the heels for a moment. Come all the way up. So if it's not comfortable on the knees here, you can be up high. Just want to circle the wrists a few times. Take that in both directions. Good, and then come back to tabletop. Come into your cow pose, draw the belly down, lift the heart. Exhale through cat, round the spine. Then inhale through cow, so maybe the spine's getting a little bit more flexible each time. Exhale to your cat. One more time, inhale through cow. And exhale through cat. Come back through center. Find that core engagement, so draw the low belly in. And this time the left leg steps back, toes to the floor. Rock on the ball of the foot. Keep the belly engaged. And then cross the left leg behind the right leg. Look towards the toes. Take the left leg back through center. Swing it all the way around to the left. The foot to the floor. And then keep the right hand planted. The left arm opens this time. And then come back down through center. Step that left leg behind you. Find your tabletop. And step the hands and the knees a bit wider. And take some big circles with the hips. Moving them around in one direction and the other. And when you feel ready, come back to child's pose. And again, offer yourself some support if you need it today, so that the body can rest here. Notice the sensations, notice that movement of energy in the body. And into your breath again. And then come back through tabletop. And this time you can stay in tabletop, or you can come into downward facing dog. You're in your downward dog again. Spread the fingers out wide. Reach the hips to the sky. Maybe take some movement, pedaling the feet. Shifting the hips side to side, shaking out the head. Good, and we'll start to come to a standing forward fold. So start to walk the hands and the feet together. Hinging at the hips here, you can grab opposite elbows or the hands can rest on a prop. And bend the knees as much as you need to. See if you can let the chest just drape heavy over the thighs. Take some full breaths. Maybe sway the body a little, maybe shake out the head a little more. And then bend the knees a lot as you roll up to stand. You can use your legs or the hands to give you some guidance. Come all the way up to standing. And then find your mountain. We'll take a pause here. So let the shoulders draw down the back. Breathe down through the feet, reach up through the crown of the head. Close the eyes for a moment and feel what it is to simply land here. No rush to move on. We'll take some half sun salutations. So allowing the body to move with the breath. As you inhale, sweep the arms out wide and reach to the sky. And then as you exhale, come all the way down to a forward fold. And slide the hands up the shins halfway, flat back. And exhale, let it go, forward fold. On your inhale, come all the way up, reach the fingertips to the sky. Beautiful, hands come to your heart on your exhale. Let's do that again, inhale, reach up high. And exhale, hinge forward all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. All the way back up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, big breath in. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a pause. Allow the thumbs to connect. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. Relax the shoulders. And then release the arms down by your side. Come into warrior one. So step the right foot forward. Step the left foot back. So the feet are not in line. The feet are onto railroad tracks so that the hips can square forward. And then reach the arms up and overhead. Send the pinkies towards one another. Relax the shoulders down. Take a breath in as you lift your gaze. As you exhale, nice and slow, drop the chest down, send the arms back. So strong through the legs. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Reach the fingertips. And exhale, slowly drop it down. One more time. Inhale as you come up. And exhale as you come down. Come all the way up to your warrior one. And then take the hands to the hips. And take a big step forward. Find your mountain pose. Relax the arms down by your side. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And come to warrior one on the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. You can use the hands on the hips to help guide them forward. So the right hip comes forward, the left hip comes back. Bend into the front knee. And then once you found your legs, reach the arms up. Relax the shoulders down the back. Same thing, inhale as you reach a little higher, look up. And exhale, nice and slow, find your balance, sweep it back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop it back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Come all the way up, warrior one. Take the hands to the hips. And take a big step forward. Find your mountain. Relax the arms. Full breath in through your nose. And out through the mouth. Okay, so take the right arm across the chest, just like we did when we were seated. Use the left hand to help guide it. You can step the feet a little bit wider if that helps with your balance. Think about relaxing the shoulder down. And again, make a gentle fist with the right wrist. Or the right hand and circle the wrist. In both directions. And then relax both arms down by your side for a moment. Other side, left arm reaches across the chest, the right hand guides it. Make a fist and take some circles. Other direction. And then release the arms down by your sides. Again, simply take a pause here in your mountain. Notice your body, notice sensations, notice your breath. And then soften the knees, start to roll out the tops of the feet, rolling onto one set of toes and the other. And then let's come into tree pose. So you can use a wall if you'd like some extra support during your balance. You can start on either side. You can keep the toes on the mat, or you can start to slide the leg up to the calf, maybe up to the thigh. Maybe the hands come to prayer. Maybe you reach the arms out. Think about engaging the low belly. Press the floor away from you with a standing foot. And breathe. Beautiful. Let's bring it down. Let's step the feet out wider than the hips and let the arms sway side to side. And roll onto the ball of one foot and the other. You're holding your breath. Let the breath start flowing again. And then come back through center. Bring the feet under the hips. Come to your tree pose on the other side. Might be different on this side. Your balance might be a little better, a little worse. You can stay down low. You can slide the foot up the leg. You can take the hands to prayer. You can reach the arms overhead. Think about relaxing the shoulders down. Think about tucking the tailbone under. Focusing your gaze on one spot to help with your balance. And keep breathing. Beautiful, relax it down. Step the feet wide, let the arms sway one more time.
And then keep the feet wider than the hips. Slow down the swing. Take the hands to the hips and take some big circles. So circling the hips in one direction. Your hips are feeling tight today like mine. You can even bend down, get into the low back a little bit. And when you feel ready, you'll take it in the other direction. And then make your way back through center. Step the feet under the hips for your standing mountain. Let's take a pause. Close the eyes if you'd like. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Take in the sounds. On your next inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky. And on your exhale, come all the way down to a forward fold. Come to a flat back, take a breath in. And then forward fold, let it go. This time we'll stay down low, step back into your downward facing dog. And then take the movements you'd like to take in your downward dog. Bending one knee and the other. Shifting the hips. And when you're ready, drop the knees and come to your child's pose, maybe a supported child's pose. Where can you let the body rest? You want to relax the shoulders more, you can send the hands back by the heels instead of reaching them forward. And take some gentle breaths in and out as the body starts to rest once again. And then start to press into a tabletop. Last tabletop, so any last movements you'd like to take here? And then when you're ready, swing the legs around in front of you and make your way down onto your back. Take your time to come onto your back. When you're ready, you can hug those knees into the chest. The knees can be together or you can take them wide. Take some gentle rocking side to side. And then keep the knees bent, bring the feet to the floor. Reach the right leg towards the sky. Clasp the hands behind the leg. And bend the knee as much as you need to if the hamstring's tight. Point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle.
And then take it into a figure 4. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. You can stay right here. The left foot can stay on the floor, or you can hug that left leg in closer to the chest. Crossing the hands around the thigh or the shin. Seeing if you can soften the face, soften the shoulders, soften the back. And then gently release, both feet come down to the mat. Take the knee side to side a few times. And then back through center, knees to the sky, feet on the floor. Reach the left leg up. Same thing, start with the left foot towards the sky. Clasp the hands, circle the ankle. Bending the knee as much as you need to. And then come into the figure 4, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Staying right here or drawing the right leg in. Starting to slow down the breath, slow down the body. And then release the feet down to the floor. Take the knees side to side one last time. You can stay like this, or you can hug the knees in. You can come to a happy baby. Take any last movements that you'd like to take before setting up for Shavasana. When you're ready to head into your final rest, go ahead and gather any of the props you'd like to find your most comfortable, relaxing position. Traditionally on your back, although it doesn't have to be on your back. Sinking into a place where the body can release. Taking any last adjustments to feel more comfort, more ease. And then allow the body to release any effort that it's still holding on to. As the breath softens to its natural flow. Giving the mind a chance to rest. And taking this time to take in the sounds,
Take in the good energy. Take in your practice. And take a gentle breath in through your nose. Fill it up with air. Open the mouth, slowly let it go. If you have time to stay and rest, please feel free to do so. You need to move on with your day, then start to bring some movement back in. Circling the wrists, the ankles, maybe rocking the head side to side. And then when you're ready, finding a stretch. Rolling over onto one side. And slowly pressing yourself back up to seated. Bringing the palms together at your heart. Anjali Mudra, a mudra of gratitude and honoring. Sending deep gratitude towards yourself. Sending deep gratitude towards our community, one another, as we practice together from afar. Thanks so much for sharing this practice today. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing the thumbs to lift to the forehead, to the third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm going to unmute you to say goodbye.
Thank you so
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
It was great to see everyone.
Thank you, Becky.